How's it, guys? Welcome back to FX Rhapsody. Today we are going to be talking Nasdaq. This is going to be a series of videos on how to trade, how to understand and trade Nasdaq. So this video is all about what is Nasdaq. So before we hit the charts, let's go visit my website on the bottom left corner over here where you can find some trading material to read. For those of you that's new to trading, there's some brilliant video categories that you can go through that will teach you all about trading and get you in the trading markets. And then resources, free resources that you can download. And then my preferred brokers. Guys, these guys are absolutely brilliant, especially if you are trading Nasdaq. You want a broker that has got low spreads and margins. And these guys are just brilliant when it comes to trading Nasdaq. So let us hit the charts. So like I said, we're starting off this video. It's all about what is Nasdaq, what's Nasdaq all about, okay? And then we're going to head on to how to trade Nasdaq, finding all these setups and so forth. But first of all, what is Nasdaq? I mean, a lot of guys trade Nasdaq. They don't even know what it is all about, where it comes from, and so on. So Nasdaq is basically the second largest stock exchange across the world. As you can see, I'm listing the top 5 in the world, and you can see Nasdaq is right there in second place. It is based in New York City, and it was created in 1971. So Nasdaq stands for National Association of Securities Dealers Automated Quotations, and I can bet you a lot of guys did not know that. So in the old days, I mean, you guys have all seen the movies. In the old days, all stock exchanges had brokers and traders trading on a trading floor. Okay, Nasdaq was the first stock exchange that introduced electronic trading, which later other stock exchanges started to adopt. Now, because of all the technological advancements that Nasdaq has pioneered, other big tech companies started to pay attention to this, and they got listed under Nasdaq. So some of these big companies are like Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, and the list goes on. There's 100 companies listed under Nasdaq. That is why it's called Nasdaq 100 as well. So the Nasdaq Stock Exchange was also the first stock exchange that had its own trading website. Plus, it introduced online trading. And then the rest of them followed suit. So Nasdaq is at its most volatile during the New York session. Okay, the New York session is normally, it opens from 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. But I mean, you can start looking at trading Nasdaq anywhere from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day. Now on the chart, I can show you, you can mark it out yourself or have a little indicator like I've got here. But as you can see, there's a lot of volatility in the market when it comes to Nasdaq and in this trading time. Now, if we go back in time, this is just a 15 minutes time frame. Okay, you can see lots of movement happening in the market when it comes to trading in that trading session, the New York session, basically. So it's always good to know this and be aware of that as well. So when trading Nasdaq, you must always be aware of the big news events as well that might influence the stock market, especially when it comes to Nasdaq, due to Nasdaq already being so volatile, a lot more volatile than if you are used to trading the Forex markets. But during big news events, it sometimes just gets crazy. Now, there is a couple of news events that you need to look out for, because these events might let you blow your account in a matter of seconds. Okay, and it has happened to me before, especially if you are on the wrong side of the coin. Now, some of these big events or news events will be the non-farm payroll, the NFP report, which basically represents the number of jobs added or lost in the US economy over the last month. Now, this report, it comes out on the first Friday of each month. So always be aware of when the NFP gets released, what time it does, so that you are aware of where you are in the market, if you are in a trade or not, most of the time rather stay out. But if you are really adventurous, you can maybe trade the NFP like most people do. But again, be on the wrong side of the coin, your account will be blown in a matter of seconds. Another news event that will affect, or there's some other news events that can affect Nasdaq as well. It's usually, especially when the Federal Reserve Chairperson Jerome Powell speaks. Okay, there's always some big movement in the market when Mr. Powell speaks. So always be aware of that. And then another one will be initial job loss claims. Okay, that's also one of the big news events that normally brings on some big movement in Nasdaq. So before you trade Nasdaq, I've got a website. Like I said, go visit my website. I've got a nice little section there where you can look at your the news events for the day. So go check it out first, and that will be your first thing when trading Nasdaq. When it comes to the New York session, as you prepare yourself for the session going, first thing you do, just check out what news events is happening during the course of the New York Open or the New York session. And then you can prepare yourself mentally already if there's any fundamentals that might give big spikes or whatever the situation in Nasdaq. So this video, like I said, this is going to be a short one, and that's all. This is just about what Nasdaq is, where it comes from, and you need to know this and then prepare yourself, and then I'm pretty sure you will be better at trading Nasdaq. So guys, that's all from my side. Please be on the lookout for the next video. The next video, we're going to start looking at trading times, not just trading times, but when to enter the market, how to enter the market, and all those kind of things. And I'm going to show you some setups that you might find interesting when trading Nasdaq. So guys, I hope you've been having a wonderful day. Stay safe and happy trading.